Good morning, BOD. I can't even get the words out because it's so early in the morning. Good morning, BMWC Group. This is your girl, Ann Alston, coming here very early in the morning. It's snowing and sleeting outside, and yes, I am up and ready for work because that's what entrepreneurs do. We never ever sleep. So, I wanted to get on here for a quick motivational Wednesday. First of all, welcome to all the new members that are here in the group. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the information. And please, as a reminder, that we have some webinars coming up this week. We have Cedric Butler, who is going to be talking about obtaining credit for your small business. So we want to make sure you attend that. And we also have some other ones coming up. We have a couple leadership ones from Kitiana Howard, Leading in Heels. And then we're going to have also Chris Jordan with three people going to be talking about different points of leadership. So just want to make sure I put that reminder out there for those who do not know. So I'm going to get into my motivational moment. What are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go to accomplish your goals? I would say that over the past month, I've been so fortunate to have interviewed 74 people who are all speaking the same language and all doing the same thing. And the primary thing is that they were willing to go over and beyond to get their goals accomplished. So the question I asked, and the challenging question I asked for those out there who was feeling the times where you are procrastinating, because we all procrastinate, what are you willing to do to obtain your goals? And I was posed that question yesterday because I met with a gentleman and I told him last year what I was going to do. I told him what my goals were and I accomplished my goals. And I came back and I said, see, I did what I said I was going to do. And that's just the kind of person I am. But as, you know, those folks that are, you know, we running our business, we got a lot of goals, right? And a lot of times we will say that we have goals that we want to accomplish or we want to do things, but then there's always something that's going to get in our way. There's always going to be some obstacle, some excuse, some reason, some person, something that is going to stop us from doing what we set out to do. But we have it in us to figure out a way to get around that and accomplish what we set out to do. And so I'm gonna tell you, there are some people who feel like, you know what, I'm gonna get my goal when I get my goal, and that's okay. You know, you have to pace yourself. I'm not saying you got to go out there and rush to get your goals accomplished. What I am saying is, you know, what are you putting in place right now that's going to make sure that you succeed in what you're trying to do? What steps are you willing to take that is going to get you closer to what you're trying to accomplish? That's what I mean by, you know, are you willing to go as far? There's a lot of people right now who have said, you know what, I think I'm good at where I'm at. I think I'm going to settle for where I'm at and then complain later. Okay, look. You got to realize that sometimes you got to go over and beyond and up the mountain and around the river and down the stream. It's like an obstacle course just to get to your goal. But in the end, it's going to be worth it. I know for me, I'm always taking the hard road. Okay, I'm always taking the high road, the hard road, however we want to call it. But I'm always taking the hardest path because I know that if I go through the hardest path, that I am going to experience something that I've never experienced before, and it's going to help me in my future. A lot of us, we take the easy road, we take the least of past resistance, and we say, hey, we're going to settle for what we just accomplished right then and there. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that in general. But what have you learned along the way taking the easy path? You know, what can you use out of that easy path that's going to help you move forward, especially when tough times come? Because what I find is that when tough times come, I already kind of know and sort of be prepared for that tough time because I'm taking the high road. So I want to encourage people to, you know, look at your overall plan and see just how far you are willing to go to get your business off the ground, to go out there and get that speaking gig, to write that book, to go out there and empower other people What are you willing to accept? Because you're going to get a tons of no's. You're going to get some naysayers. You're going to get some people who just do not believe in what you're doing. You're going to get some people who's going to post some negative stuff against your positive stuff. You're going to get people who are just going to be in your way. But what are you going to do to get around that in a positive way? In a positive way, not retaliating back, not posting to their post and arguing back, but what are you going to do to rise above that, to make sure that people see the value in your business? And so I'm bringing all this to you because I would say over the last month, that has been the message that a lot of business owners, whether they're new or seasonal, this is how they have gotten over it. This is how they have overcome that challenge, by just looking at taking the high road for once and just seeing what that value is when they came out of that high road. What did they walk away with? A whole handful of knowledge that they can use at their disposal because they didn't take the easy way out, and they didn't settle, and they didn't allow anything, not a disability, not a reason, not an excuse, not a person to stop them from doing what they accomplished to do in their business. And so if you are a new business owner starting out, this is some of the stuff that you're going to face going into it, because it is not easy to be an entrepreneur at all. It is so much work. It is more work than you've ever done just working a regular career with working for somebody else. Working for somebody else, you're pretty much going in and you're doing what you're asked to do, and you get a check and you go home. But when you run a business, this is your baby. This is something that you're running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. Most of the time you're funding it by yourself. And in order for you to rise above and show people the value of what you do, you have to go over and beyond, and you have to take the high road to get people to see what you're made of. And a lot of times that's good because it comes out in so many beneficial ways. I'll give you just a couple. I know for me, it has helped tremendously with my presentation skills, my talking points. And if you notice that while I was talking, I'm not really saying or or anything like that, I really had to work on how I am speaking to people, because I know I have this little accent and sometimes it gets in my way and causes me not to speak properly, but that's a work in progress, and I'm continuing to do that. But I'm facing that head on because I had to sit back and, listen to all my playbacks and get actual feedback from people at my webinars and my workshops and say, hey, how is my speaking? And I had to take that criticism and say, and what can you do to sound better? And one of them was my speech. So this is a work in progress. I would say that I am 180 degrees from a year ago. And I thank those people for giving me those hard critiques. And going through another high road for me was just really getting out of my comfort zone to do videos and to really speak and have that out there, because video is the new wave of technology in terms of your business and showing value. And so some of these things that you have to overcome is going to have you work out better. So now when I am in person and I'm at an event, I am more confident. I can speak well. I'm more confident on the videos, and I'm just getting better and better. And then when it comes in terms of my service, I really have to sit back and look at what steps do I need to put in place in order to make it to the next level of my business. And some of them are within my reach and some of them are way out there, right? But I'm going to take the high road because the high road is going to introduce me to more people. It's going to introduce me to more opportunities. It's going to enlighten me with more information. And with all of those three things, I'm going to come out on top, and then I will have a disposal of information that I'm walking around with that I can use at any time or in any situation. And so I'm going to end this Motivational Wednesday to just really sit back and plan. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to give up? How far are you willing to go to get your business off the ground or your personal goals? This is 2018, y'all. This is time. I'm gonna say like Cheryl would say, playtime is over. Okay, you practice enough. It is time for you to step out. And I'm telling you, it is so much, you feel so much freer, and you just feel so, positive when you come out of the high road, because you know that you have done it. You've been through the trenches. You have fought the good fight, and now you have new ammunition and new perspectives. And so I want to give you guys that motivational Wednesday for today to take out the rest of your week. And if you have any comments about what I said below, please make sure you chat below. And also please engage and collaborate with others in the group, because that's what the purpose of this whole group about, to share our information. If you feel like you want to share a post or do a Facebook Live to share your industry information, please do so. Contact me. I would love to have you on the calendar to do that. So until then, guys, I will be touch base with you later in the week. Bye-bye.